What is the one thing you spend every single day but can never, ever get back? It's not your money. It's not your energy. It's the very thing you're using right now to listen to me. Your time. This is the story of a man who had to lose everything to understand that simple, painful truth. His name was Ben, and Ben was a collector. He collected achievements. His walls were covered in degrees, awards, and promotions. He collected possessions, a fast car, a big house with rooms he never even entered. He worked 80-hour weeks, believing he was building a fortress of success that would one day make him happy. His family lived in that fortress, but they rarely saw the king. His wife, Sarah, would leave a plate of food for him in the microwave. His young daughter, Lily, would draw him pictures he would promise to look at later. Ben's life was a checklist, and he was always in a hurry, rushing from one task to the next, convinced that the finish line, the moment he could finally relax and enjoy his life, was just around the next corner. He treated time as an obstacle, something to be beaten, managed, and conquered. Then, one ordinary Tuesday, the clock stopped. Ben was in a big, important meeting, talking about quarterly profits. He stood up to point at a graph on a screen, and a wave of dizziness hit him so hard he had to grab the table. The world tilted. The next thing he knew, he was on the floor, looking up at the panicked faces of his colleagues. At the hospital, the doctor was calm but direct. "It's not your heart," he said, "but your body is sending you a signal you can't ignore. You're burned out, severely. Your stress levels are through the roof. If you don't make drastic changes, the next time, it could be your heart." Ben was sent home with strict orders to rest. But for a man who defined himself by his work, rest felt like a punishment. The first few days were agony. He paced the empty, silent house. He checked his email constantly, feeling a physical pain of being left out. He saw the drawing Lily had left on the fridge. Me, one was labeled Mommy, and the third, a tall figure, was labeled the stranger who lives here. Ben had laughed it off before. Now it felt like a punch to the gut. He was a stranger in his own life. He had built a kingdom, but he was alone in it. The breaking point came a week later. It was Lily's 7th birthday. He was finally present, but his mind was still at the office, worrying about a deal falling apart. Lily was blowing out her candles. "Make a wish, sweetie," Sarah said. Lily closed her eyes, squeezed them tight, and then blew. Everyone clapped. "What did you wish for?" a relative asked. Lily looked right at Ben, her eyes big and hopeful. "I wished that Daddy would turn back into my daddy." The room fell silent. Ben felt the air leave his lungs. In that moment, he saw it all with terrifying clarity. He saw the empty chair at the dinner table, his chair. He saw the unopened board games. He heard all the later honey, and not now, I'm busy, replies echoing in his mind. He had been investing all his time in things that rusted, faded, or became obsolete. Meanwhile, he was bankrupting his relationships. He was missing his daughter's childhood. He was missing his own life. He had been so busy spending his time, he forgot it was his most precious asset, and he was spending it all on things that didn't matter. Ben didn't say a word. He walked over to his daughter, picked her up, and held her so tight. He was crying, and he didn't care who saw. It was the first real, honest moment he'd had in years. He didn't quit his job the next day, but he quit his way of living. He carved out sacred, non-negotiable time for his family. He learned to say no to things that stole his time without enriching his soul. He traded the pursuit of being impressive for the practice of being present. He finally understood. You can always make more money. You can buy a new car, a bigger house. You can regain your energy with rest. But you can never, ever get back a single second. Not one missed bedtime story. Not one skipped walk in the park. Not one "I love you" left unsaid. So, I want you to ask yourself, where are you investing your time? Are you investing it in a bank account that will close one day? Or are you investing it in the hearts of the people you love? Are you spending it building a legacy of stuff or a legacy of memories? Your time is the currency of your life. It is your most precious asset. Don't waste it on things that won't matter when your time finally runs out. Spend it on the laughter that fills a room. Spend it on the quiet moments of connection. Spend it on being there. Because a life well lived isn't measured by what you accumulated, but by who you loved and who loved you back.